A couple in Philadelphia will no longer spend life confined to the walls of a church after spending 843 days in hiding to avoid deportation. Oneita and Clive Thompson are celebrating freedom after U.S. Immigration and Customs Enforcement said they'll support their family's stay in the U.S. They have 5 children. They'd been seeking sanctuary in 2 Philadelphia churches. And Oneita and Clive Thompson join me now. Welcome to you both. Thank you so much for taking the time. Happy holidays. How are both of you and your kids feeling right now?
We are so excited. The feeling, we can't even explain how happy we are at this time.
I can only imagine 843 days. What was that like?
I mean, the days was long and hard. And some days it just felt like, there's no end in sight. But here we are, with this Christmas miracle that dreams do come true.
You must feel such relief and hope right now. We're watching people around the world struggle with staying home amid the pandemic. For you both, it was more than 2 years. How was that situation impacted you both mentally and physically? I can only imagine it must have been incredibly tough.
Oh, yes, it was a painful journey. It was more than you can imagine. Yeah.
Tell me more about that. The fear, the mental strain, the stress, that must have weighed on you so heavily.
Yeah, the mental part of it was like no other. You would not wish this on your worst enemy. I remember days when I said to myself, you know what? We cannot give up hope. We are very scared, but we cannot give up hope. And that's what actually helped me and my husband and the children get through this, because it was very, very hard. And then when COVID hit, it was really hard because we couldn't go outside the walls of the church. But, before COVID, folks could come in and look for, give us a visit, give us some encouraging word. And then all that has been taken away. And that was really tough.
Yeah, I can only imagine. And obviously, we just saw some pictures of your children. What has this been like for them? I mean, it looks like they have a wide range in age, but were they able to spend life as normal kids during this time? And what are they saying now?
Well, of course, they're both U.S. citizens and they could come and go, but the strain of living in sanctuary with us and just, couldn't have a normal life, kind of being picked on at school and just different things was very hard for them. But now they are so happy. The Christmas miracle had, come true, and it's just amazing how this happened just right in time for Christmas, and they are truly, truly happy.
Yeah, that's just such a valuable gift that you guys got. So talk to me about the moment here, the pivotal moment when U.S. Immigration and Customs Enforcement informed you that you would be able to stay. What was that? What went through your mind?
Well, I know my husband was kind of laying down from, all the stress of being in sanctuary. And I think I did, I was using the bathroom and my lawyer called me and called me up and she said, I got the paper. And I'm like, which one? Like, because, everything is going through my mind. And she said, I got the paper signed from the OPLA, the head of ICE, saying that they are joining that motion to reopen and terminate our deportation case. And I can tell you, my heart feel like a bird. I just imagine how a bird felt. And I just ran to tell my husband.
To me, it was a moment of joy with tears. I was just crying. Unbelievable to know it's just happening right now. We was fighting for to gear this argument. Yes, they would join motion to reopen the case. It was so overwhelming, that I almost lost myself and shout out to God. His name said, Jesus, thank you for coming through for us at this time.
Has it really sunk in yet that you guys can go about your lives not in hiding?
No. No. Not at all. Some days I woke up and I'm saying, I hope this was not a dream, after like being in the walls of the church so long, for 843 days. And we are just, sometimes I'm just saying to my husband, like, and the children, is this really real? Did this happen? I'm so happy that, no, you're not dreaming. It is real. So yes, we're still like, having it sink in, this wonderful Christmas miracle.
What was the hardest part about living in these churches and not being able to go about your lives freely?
It was not able to actually do the things that we used to do. Just at least go to even parent teachers conference. Me and my husband used to love to go to Wawa on 77 in Brixton, New Jersey, and to just I used to love to have like this big old hot dog early in the morning with a lot of relish on there. And we could not do that and with people watching. And that was hard, and not able to just go to work because I'm a nurse assistant, and what I used to do is just to go every day and take care of people. And here I was behind the walls of the church, hiding and, just couldn't do the stuff I used to do with my children and taking care of folks who, need me the most. And that was very hard.
Yeah. Yeah, to know that you spend all this amount of years working and doing like every other American would do in this country, and know that it's just like 4 days call, you got to buy a one-way ticket to leave. Wouldn't prepare for it, having anything, and just to pack up and leave. It was such a shock and painful moment at that time. So we have to run into a church. It was really unbelievable.
You guys are certainly not alone. There are thousands of families and people who have similar stories to you about fearing deportation, just kind of looming or hanging over their heads, and not being able to live normal lives. What's your message to those families who are living in fear of deportation?
Oh man, I would tell them that you're talking to a person who lived it, and we know it's scary, but just hold on. Just try to reach out to as many people as you can. Reach out to us. We will encourage you, and miracle do come true. And yes, the fear and everything else that goes to your mind. The scariest part of of like parents who or in sanctuary or just in detention. The fear part of it is like losing your children. That's the most scary. But I can tell you, like, hang on in there. Jesus will help you. Keep fasting and praying. And, this can happen. It happened to us, and Jesus is no respect of a person. And just hang on in there. And I know that, one day you guys will get to be free like us. And I promise that I will keep reaching out. Senator Cory Booker, Senator Casey, and Congressman Evans, and like the many folks who stand with us and help us to reach out to help us. I wish they can reach out too and help those other families. And as I said, I vow to help those other families along with New Sanctuary Movement of Philadelphia. That's a good faith-based Christian organization that is out there to help families. And I'm just telling you guys that please be encouraged. You can be free someday like we did.
Your story is really incredible, guys. Thank you so much for sharing it. It's also uplifting to know that there are so many people out there willing to help people just like you. Oneita and Clive, Clive Thompson, thank you so much for sharing your story.
Thank you for having us. Merry Christmas to everyone out there. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you.